So welcome back to Worthington Model Railway. I like to call this Rip It Up and Start Again. Completely relayed this whole section of track here. So let's have a look and see what we did. So I probably should have done a before picture and shown what the problem was here, but I already took the tracks up and thought, yeah, maybe I should include this in a video because it's going to be a fairly major thing to do. So let's see what the problem was, or is. This board here has warped and slipped kind of major, so it's got a warp in it that's kind of like this. So what happened was the track started going down, got to a low point, and then come back up, but it's also dropped here, which, let me show that, hang on. So it's also dropped here, and so there's a big bump there, and then this board somehow or other kind of has slipped. So going down that way, there's a little bit of an incline. It's not a killer, but it's just enough for it to cause problems. So what was happening is, as a locomotive would either try to come up or go down here, it would start slipping because the wheels were not on a level track. It would get to here, it would be slipping, and get to this dip here by the bridge, and then it would slip again and it wouldn't be able to keep going. So it didn't matter which way they were going, the locomotives were having problems, and so I decided it's time to rip this out. Now, part of the problem I think here is that these are not plywood boards. They are pine boards that I put in, and over time they've just warped. So I got to pull all this out. It's going to be a pain, but really I've just decided it's time to bite the bullet and fix it, because it's just only going to get worse. So let me get on and first of all, I need to get this track bed up, and then we can get these boards out and put some new ones in. So as you can see, there's quite a drop here where this board has moved. So the first phase is done, the boards are up. It didn't do a ton of damage. It did a little bit, but that will soon be fixed with glue and foliage and all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I got those boards up. Let's look and see how bad they are. It's kind of interesting because in the big picture of things, there's a warp, but it's about 1/4 of an inch, I would say, here, and then that's plenty to cause problems. So we'll put some new plywood down, and hopefully that will be better than this was. I'm going to put more bracing underneath it as well to keep it flat. So there's my new piece of plywood, and as you can see, it's probably about as level as I'm going to get it. So I think that will work. I did a pretty good job of leveling this all across. See, it's level there. Let's move the level about a bit. While I'm at it, I'm going to do two things. I'm going to level this off, make it more of an embankment so it goes straight, and we'll tie in that bridge in the back there that goes to the engine shed back there and the turntable, which is something I've been wanting to do for some time. So that will all be part of this exercise. So I have the boards laid, and I just thought I'd temporarily put the track down just to see that it seems to do what I expect or want it to do, and it seems to be going okay. So let's just try this. Okay, and then we'll go in the other direction. Continuity here somewhere. There we go. So now I need to get some track cork and relay the track, and then redo the landscaping. It's not going to be a massive job, and I think it's really going to help. So I will come back once I have it all done. So I pulled the track out back there, and I put an express point in that will take that piece of track over to the roundhouse over there. Now, I took this bridge out, and the decision is, do I leave the bridge in there and put a single line of track down the middle of the bridge, or do I take it out completely and fill that whole area in? Because if I put a bridge in there, I gotta kind of put a hill and do something with that area, and I'm not quite sure what to do. So anybody get any suggestions, think I should put the bridge back or not, let me know. So the next thing I'm going to do is mix up a batch of Mod Podge and just create an embankment along the edge of here, and put the foliage back on top of the rocks along the edge behind the cottages there, and we should be in reasonable shape. So let me get on and do that. I didn't mean Mod Podge, I meant sculptor mold. Anyway, let's get it mixed up. So here you can see I have the sculptor mold in place. It's in pretty good shape, I think. What I wanted to do was make sure that when I put down new cork, that it transitions properly onto the new baseboard. So I use the sculptor mold to kind of make a little bit of a hill there, so it won't be abrupt in terms of how it works, and I think it'll be good. It seems to. I'm just trying to make sure I get it pushed down so the cork will sit properly. There's a little hump right there. Let me see if I can scrape it down just a tad. Yep, that's better. So I think we'll be good when we get some new cork on there. Yep. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. So I'm going to mix up some cheap acrylic paint, some brown and some green. Give me like a browny green, and then let's get this all painted. So there we have it, all painted, sort of a greeny brown color, which is what I usually use. And next thing I need to do is to get some cork base down. I don't think I have enough. I ordered some more. Kind of running short on it. I'm going to end up probably with more than I need, but that's okay. And then we'll get the track laid again. But let me let this paint dry first, and then we'll keep going. Well, that's kind of all she wrote for today. I got some cork bed down, I got some track laid. I'll leave this to dry overnight, and we'll see where we are. Tomorrow, I'll try to get some of the landscaping done. I really wanted to get the more track laid, but I'm going to have to wait for the cork road bed. I have some that I can use maybe temporarily. This is just cork sheet, is the right size, so I might lay this down temporarily and use that until the real stuff comes, and not actually glue down the track yet. But I think that's a reasonable day's work. So my new box of cork roadbed arrived, so I can finish putting this down. And you know, everything I see, everybody always talks about using copy decks to stick this stuff down. I didn't realize I could get copy decks in the US, but of course Amazon had it, so I ordered one. So we'll use that to stick down the rest of this cork roadbed and the track. So thanks for watching. A long video here, but I think it's worthwhile doing what I did. Still a few minor things to fix. I'll get to it over the next few days. Also need to get that bridge back in and the track over to the turntable. And I don't know. Yeah, I got still a little bit more of the landscaping to fix. We'll look at that as we get it done. So, as always, thanks for watching. And if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, you can subscribe with a button to the top right. And there'll be another video to the top left.